Today we're going to talk about neck knives. I've got a Schrade neck knife. This is the Kershaw Chive. This is a Gerber Dime, and I have two MTech neck knives. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, the first knife I'm going to talk about is the Schrade neck knife. This is the SCHF 135M Schrade neck knife. And it's really cool. I won't have an Amazon link for this because they don't sell it on Amazon anymore. I bought this a long time ago, but Schrade made a really cool neck knife with this one. It almost looks like a large fixed blade that got hit with a shrink gun. It's a really cool design, really beautiful. It's got G10 scales. You can see it's full tang construction. Yeah, it's a really cool knife. It even has a little lanyard hole right here. Nice looking blade shape. It's a drop point, kind of a slight drop point. It's got a little jimping here on top. It's got a slight swedge here, as you can see, right here at the front of the blade. And it came really sharp. And all neck knives really are, to me, are package openers. Of course, when I used to do hot shots, I used to cut the saran wrap off of boxes that were on pallets, open boxes with it. So I used to use this quite a bit when I used to do hot shots. Overall, it's 4.7 inches. The blade is 2.1 inches. Like I said, the handle is made of G10. It's kind of a smooth G10. You can get almost 3 fingers on it. And surprisingly, the steel is made out of a pretty decent steel. This is 8CR13 MOV. It's a Chinese steel, and it's very close to what AUS-8 is made out of. It's a good medium range, high carbon stainless steel. Kind of a middle of the road steel. It's decent, kind of in the same area of 440C, the high carbon version of 440. And it came with a really cool little Kydex sheath, really good retention. Doesn't even rattle. And I'm pretty sure when I bought it, it came with a bead chain, but I like to make paracord necklaces for mine because they're sturdier, less likely to break. I just put a couple of little generic beads on there and then made me a nice little knot at the back of it and burn the ends. 550 paracord makes a much better necklace for neck knives. So this is the Schrade SCHF 135M. And let me see, probably can get it in the frame. You can see it on the blade right there. Okay, the next neck knife we'll talk about is the Kershaw Chive. And this little Kydex sheath holder, it didn't come with it. It's sold separately. But I tried to look it up on Amazon, and they don't sell this. It was probably a private seller. I couldn't find it on Amazon, but this is really cool. I made my own lanyard for it, but it's specifically made for the Kershaw Chive. But it's really cool to have something like this for a knife this small. The Kershaw Chive itself is a really cool knife. Super small, super compact. This particular Kershaw Chive, they're calling it the 1600. I know they sell different color versions of this knife. It actually has a pocket clip if you wanted to carry it in your pocket. This uses Kershaw's Speed Safe assisted opening system, and it's almost like this is a button. So if you push this button hard enough, the blade comes out. These are made in the USA. You see here on the blade, it just has 1600 and then the American flag. And on the pocket clip, you have Kershaw. You have a little lanyard hole in back. And these are really good package openers. It's a frame lock. And yeah, you just push this frame over and close it back. Now, it's really fun to play with, really fun to open. And this is the Kershaw Chive. Really nice knife. I was looking it up on Amazon for this video, and they're pretty expensive. I don't remember them being $50, but that's how much they are on Amazon. I was like, wow, that's kind of a lot of money for such a small knife. I don't remember how much I bought it for originally because I bought it a really long time ago, but I don't think I would have bought it if it was $50. So maybe I caught it on sale or something. But then I am sometimes known to buy things just even though they're overpriced, just because I want them. Do I think this is worth $50? No. I also think it's a very cool knife. And the little Speed Safe opening system works really good. And it's a really nice looking knife. It's a Ken Onion design. So that's a knife maker who designed this particular knife for Kershaw. Okay, the next knife we'll talk about, or really I should call it a neck multi-tool. It's the Gerber Dime. I don't know if everybody on here watching this video knows about these little bitty multi-tools, but they're super cool. I mean, and they're very inexpensive. These are about $20, and they're just packed with tools. And the quality of this little multi-tool is very good. I mean, I don't know why, because a lot of Gerber stuff isn't very high quality, but they just knocked it out of the park with this particular design. Closed, it has a little bottle opener back here in the back. It has a split ring right here if you want to put it on your keys. And all the small tools are accessible from the outside. This first tool here is your blade. It's kind of a little sheep's foot design with a little belly on it. Yeah, this is a small blade, but it'll get most of the day-to-day cutting tasks that you might have for it done with no problem. Okay, the next tool on this side is your package opener. You have two small tools on this side. This one is a large flathead screwdriver. And on this side, you have a small file, and then you have a small flathead at the end. And on this side, you actually have small little spring-loaded scissors. Okay, the pliers, when you open them up, the pliers are spring-loaded, and they feel pretty comfortable. I mean, they feel like you could actually get some work done with these. You have a small little wire cutter. You have a small little area where you could grab bolts. They're pretty narrow and pretty long, almost like needle nose pliers. They're pretty exact. You could grab things, bend things. Pretty usable pliers, even though they're so small. And this little multi-tool is made with precision. I mean, it's just oozing quality, even though it's very inexpensive. And it looks good. This particular one has got red and gray on both sides. It's got the little Gerber symbol here on this side. And then on this side, it says Gerber Dime. Really well done, really good looking multi-tool. And it doesn't come with this sheath. The sheath is sold separately, but it fits really well into this sheath. It's really tight. I mean, it's not coming out anywhere, and it's got kind of like a carbon fiber pattern on it, and it also matches the color of the Gerber Dime. So a really cool setup. Got a little split ring. What I use sometimes, instead of making a necklace for my neck knives, these are kind of like ID holder necklaces. Maybe you have used these at work to carry an ID, and it's a really simple clip on the end of it. This particular one, I can put a link for it, but it's a really good length. It puts the multi-tool pretty much in a perfect spot right in the middle of my chest. But this is originally made for card holders, and they sell them in packs of like 10 and 20. They're very inexpensive, but they're very strong. You can see this webbing. It's very strong and comfortable too. It's pretty smooth. Okay, we'll talk about these two together. They're both made by MTech. Both have little Kydex sheaths. It comes, when you buy it, it comes with a little bead necklace. I don't really trust these things because they're pretty thin, so a lot of times I'll just put a 550 paracord necklace on it, which is what I did with this one. This is the MT673, and I couldn't find this on Amazon anymore. It's got more of a Tonto style blade to it. You know, it's full tang. It's got G10 for the handle scales, and as you can see, it's got 3 big grooves for your fingers, so it feels really comfortable. You can get a full 3 fingers on it, and it feels really secure even though it's so small. It's very pointy, as you can see. And the steel on this, it's 3 CR13 steel. That's a Chinese steel, and it's a softer steel. But like I said, I mean, these are basically package openers. You're not going to be cutting anything heavy duty with these anyway, and so that steel is perfectly good for something like this. This particular blade will be very rust resistant, and the steel is sufficient. And they don't, like I said, they don't sell this on Amazon anymore. Wish they did. They're very inexpensive, and this is the MT673. It does rattle a little bit, but the retention's really good. You got to push off pretty hard on it to get the blade out. Now this particular MTech neck knife, this one's still on Amazon. This is the MT674. This particular blade, it's got a hawk bill blade on it. Since this is basically a package opener, that would slice through boxes no problem. And it has one big finger groove up here at the top, and then it has a spot back here that you can basically get almost 2 fingers on it, just about 2 fingers on it. But because of this big forward finger groove, it still feels very secure in your hand. And it's got some jimping that runs for pretty good distance along the back. This particular blade design on any knife is the most dangerous. It mimics the claw that you see on many predators in nature, and it's extremely efficient at cutting, tearing, and doing a lot of damage. Would I feel comfortable? I wouldn't feel comfortable using this for self-defense, but if I had to, I think it would be pretty effective. You can see that says MT674 stainless USA design. Really cool knife. I really like these MTechs. I hope you enjoyed looking at these knives. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and until next time, y'all have a great day.